Kia ora mai whānau, you're with Lilia Tarawa. Welcome back to another podcast episode. For today, we're going to talk today about the fear of being seen, which I know is a massive big one. It's confidence, but also it's about that scary feeling of when you're really visible and you feel so exposed and vulnerable. And I 100% know what this feeling is like because I have told my story, my personal story, on a global stage. And I want you to know that this is a completely normal feeling, but there's definitely ways to deal with it. So I'm going to give some insight around this topic, and then we're going to talk about how you can use or how you can break through this fear really of being seen so that you can build your brand online and in the world really. I've got a few notes here, so let's just dive into it. Visibility will trigger every single part of you that still believes you are not enough. And we really need to grasp this. Visibility and being seen will trigger every piece of you and every part of you that still feels as though you're not enough. If you're hiding, you cannot build a powerful personal brand that is true to you on your terms, the way that you want to fucking do it. Because when you're still hiding, you are not in your power. And we are going to talk about strategies to get you into your power today. So many women are just holding back. They're holding back online. They're posting safe content. And I've done this. Like just keeping their message a bit vague because, I don't want to offend these people. I don't know what to say, but I don't want people to judge me. And I grappled all of these fears when I was writing my memoir. And people did judge me. And that's a truth that you need to realize, that when you are doing anything that is changing how you live your life, how people perceive you and see you in a big way, it's going to feel incredibly uncomfortable. And there are going to be people that just fucking hate it and can't stand you and can't stand what you're doing. And the truth is, you just need to be okay with that. Like, that's like some hard slapping truths right there. Like, you just have got to be okay with the fact that if you want to build a massive brand, you want to be changing the way that society is, changing these norms, breaking those, and doing things differently, then it's time to get comfortable with the fact that people won't like you and you can't please everyone. And so that is your strategy one for today. You cannot please everyone. And it is about really owning that and being okay with it, making your peace with it. One of the big reasons that I wanted to write my story into a memoir was because I wanted to grow myself personally. And I think that's one of the big reasons that a lot of people want to write their story, is because actually unpacking that for yourself helps you to see and understand all of your lived experiences and to actually clarify them in your head for yourself. That's massive clarity for you becoming your next level, for you growing into the next identity you're chasing or the next identity you're aspiring to, really. I am not going to sit here and tell you that I wasn't afraid to be seen. Like, I was fucking terrified, horribly terrified. Like, it was one of the it has been, actually, telling my story was the hardest thing I ever did. And it was also the best thing that I ever did for myself, because telling my story allowed me to unlock parts of myself to heal that I don't believe staying silent would have allowed me to do. And I think that is why we break silence, is so that we can heal. And this is one of the key pieces that I hope you take away from this episode today, is that when you're staying silent, when you're staying hidden, when you're not visible, you are not healing. Because sometimes we need to expose those parts of ourselves to the light so that we can see and accept them for ourselves. And that's what it was for me. It was about letting myself become visible and saying, this is who I am, and I love and accept this woman. I love and accept her for everything that she has been through. Her past does not define her. It's a part of her, but it is not who she is today. I need to get a tissue because I'm going to turn into a blubbering mess soon. Be back with you in 1 sec. All right, we're back on deck. So visibility will trigger every part of you that still believes you're not enough. But breaking through that fear and giving yourself visibility will also allow yourself to find the parts of yourself that most need the love. And it will guide you on your healing journey. So recently I posted a post about how I didn't get the partner that I wanted. And the core insight was actually about us becoming the person we need to first to have the things we want in life so that those things can come to us. Our desires can be filled. And this idiot commented on my post and was just carrying on about how I needed to be more in my feminine energy and how I needed to allow my partner to be masculine, just all this BS, right? And at first I kind of took it to heart because I'm like, oh, who's this idiot commenting on my post, right? And then I was like, well, I'm actually ignoring the people who've sent me so much love about this post and the messages I've been getting, absolutely loving this post. So why am I focused on needing validation from everybody instead of this is just my truth, right? And this person who wanted to write all this crap all over my post, I actually do not have to engage with them. And that was a really interesting little insight for me into the area that I needed to heal and the place that I needed to go. It helped me bolster up my inner defenses in terms of well, no, why do you need validation from this complete stranger online whose beliefs you completely disagree with? And I think to a degree, it just made me angry as well. Just this complete rubbish and making a whole lot of assumptions because he'd seen one post about my relationship and then just trying to tear down my authority, speaking on my own fucking life experience of relationship. Absolute idiot, time waster, what a loser. But here I was taking it to heart in that moment. And then very quickly, I was actually able to, speak to some people about it, get some coaching about it, because I think the great thing about it and the benefit to it was that it actually brought up something for me that needed healing. I think it's a nice little reminder of when those things pop up, when you are being visible and you are speaking your truth online, when you are speaking your beliefs, not everyone's going to believe you. Some people are going to engage in a way that's just stupidity and just wanting to push their own agenda, even when you were literally just talking about something that is your truth. So let's just be cool with that and let's accept that. We all have differences, but I'm not talking about if there's abuse happening online and, you need to block or hide comments because they're actually violent. Totally different story. In this case, it wasn't like this. It was just this person being annoying. It hit something deeper for me. And I felt exposed, but instead of actually shrinking myself, I just hit back and then walked away from the comment. And that felt really good, to just leave it and not feel like I had to engage with this person. Because you don't have to engage with every single person online. But that moment did show me where my self-worth needed working on. And that's the piece that we need to take away from this. These days, I really feel like my triggers are treasure maps. They show me where I need to grow. And as someone who values self-growth, and I'm sure that if you are listening to this podcast episode, you are that person You are someone who wants self-growth, who desires it, who is striving for it, and that's what's led you to this episode, right? Your triggers are your treasure maps, and I like there's a little bit of a difference between triggers that are deep-rooted childhood trauma wounds versus the little things, the self-worth triggers that we get on a daily basis. So let's just focus on those little triggers we get. Every time you feel judged or you feel like this person doesn't see me, that emotion is pointing you towards the parts of your story that need reclaiming. And when I say story, I'm talking lived experience. I'm talking your life, your day-to-day. I'm not just talking about your story that you write in a book. Like, that's just one piece of it. Your story is actually about your experience. The steps in life that have made you who you are. Strategy number 2, it's about pausing instead of reacting, about asking yourself, well, what's this bringing up for me? And what is this moment trying to heal in my story, in my life, in my heart, in my self-worth? What needs healing in order for me to no longer have emotional charge around this event that's happening, whether it's a comment on your post, whether it's the fear of being judged or seen, what do I need to do to break through past that? What do I need to heal? And then if you're building a brand, well, then it's about using those moments, those learnings, those triggers, writing about them, and then using them in your content. Like literally, if you're listening to this podcast, you have just listened to me tell you share you a piece of my story, a pretty mundane piece of my story too. Like, it's a guy commenting on my post on Facebook. But you have listened to me take a moment of my life, my story, something I needed to heal, and share that with you in a way that creates value for you. So how can you do that for your audience? How can you take these lessons that you're experiencing on a daily basis and use them as value for your audience? Because honestly, if it moved you, it's going to move your audience. When you're living in the smallness of your fear and not stepping into your power, you are keeping your brand small. The mindset around this is you can't fear being seen and expect to be remembered. And most of us are building a brand, building a big personal brand because we want to make a difference in some way, whichever way that is for you. Each of us have our own different ambitions. You have your own goals, your personal things you want to change in the world. So the mindset to take away for today is you cannot fear being seen and expect to be remembered. The moments when you fear that and you break through it and you still do it anyway, because honestly, sometimes it is just about going, oh, yep, this is coming up for me, but I'm still going to do it. It's not going to stop me from showing up online. It's not going to stop me from showing up in this negotiation. It's not going to stop me from signing this client. I have the fear. Yep, it's there. Great, you're acknowledged, but you're not, the fear isn't the driver. In those moments when you want to hide, those are the moments when, if you push through, the next level of your authority is being born. Those are the moments when you're triggered that your story is being healed. You are being healed. And those are the moments you can use in brand content to connect with your audience, to share your story, and to actually build your brand. And this is how we build brands that are unique to us, that AI cannot replicate, because they are built on our stories and on the things that make you, you, the things that no one else can replicate, because no one else has your point of view and no one else has your personal experience, your personal makeup. So I hope today, if you feel that you've been hiding from your voice, if your inner fears are holding you back from taking that next action that you know is going to move you forward in your brand, I hope that you have taken away some strength from this episode and that the next time this comes up for you, you actually just use it as an opportunity to grow yourself and grow your brand. That is a growth mindset. That's what's going to put you into your power, put you into your authority, and really skyrocket your big vision. Thank you for being here with me today, wherever you are in the world, whether you're in your car, in the gym, if you're driving to work, if you're sitting in your lounge, if you're cleaning your house, wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in, spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you've taken the power, some love, and some fire away from this episode, and I'll see you on the next one.